Depression is a kind of sadness. It's a mood that we get into. It's normal to have the blues or be down a few days when you've been hurt or disappointed. But if you have more sad days than up days, if it goes on for several weeks, then you're moving into the kind of depression that needs some treatment. Many people don't know. They may say that they're down, but one of the things that happens if you become very, very depressed is you lose touch with how you are being, with how you're presenting. This is when a lot of people start medicating, over-medicating, taking a lot of pills, maybe having a lot of alcohol. They're trying to comfort themselves, but of course that's just creating more problems.
For me, I was at a time and place where a lot of devastating things happened to me that made me become depressed and I just didn't care anymore. I was just like, whatever, and it was more of a curiosity thing at first. So I started then.
Some people, they're sexual. They start acting out sexually. And it's just a way to find some kind of comfort. And so this is where family and friends need to care enough to say, I'm concerned about you. Let's find somebody for you to talk to. I can tell you're not doing well, and to encourage. Too often we say, oh, it's just a lazy teenager, or it's just a good for nothing, or, and that's not right. People are hurting, and they need help. Children can be depressed, teenagers can be depressed, and right now there's a lot of concern about senior adults. People are living longer, and as their lifestyle changes and their ability to take care of themselves, we're seeing a lot of depression in people over 60. Never sure where people get these statistics, but I read just last week that 1 in 15 teenagers every year is depressed. That's big.
I only just made the decision, I need to stop this and clean myself up and try to make my life better for myself and for the people that I care about. And I think that was the main thing that drove me to ever make myself better. It was always the thought of the people who I care about, how it's affecting them.
It affects everybody in the family. It affects friends. And if somebody's very down and very sad for a long period of time, or if they're off the wall for a long period of time, it makes us uncomfortable, and people will step back from them, not because they don't care, but because that lack of activity or too much activity is just an uncomfortable place for us to be. So everybody needs to understand how to work together. I've read one study that says absolutely not. And then there are many other studies that say there is a genetic predisposition, particularly to bipolar. Now, the kind of depression we've been talking about has been the very sad, despondent kind. There's another kind of depression that's bipolar. This is where people go from one extreme to the other. They'll be very sad, very down for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden they're like wired. They speed up, their behavior may become reckless. They think they can do anything. It's a party in their head. They have very grandiose ideas of what they're capable of. And so sometimes that's called manic depressive. So they go from depression to the mania piece. And that's very confusing for people. But with the right medication, people can be helped. Depression is not about being weak or being a failure. It says you're going through a difficult time in your life, and you need some help managing that.